All right, folks, back in my day, if somebody mentioned the Artful Dodger, we thought they were talking about that sneaky kid from Oliver Twist. You remember that? Please, sir, could I have some more? You remember that guy? But at the University of Tennessee, I'm here to set the record straight. The only dodging that's happening is from the defenders trying to catch these new, slick, awesome uniforms.
Broadcasting live from the only establishment in town that can't kick him out, his own basement. The world according to Rocket.
Hey there, all you football freaks and volunteer varziposoids. I don't know. I made up a word. I don't know. Now, I know we're still buzzing from Tennessee's smackdown on Virginia. I mean, they didn't just beat them. They introduced the kind of a whole new level of whoop-ass 36-point style. And we weren't really even at our best offensively, but we'll get there. But before we dive into that, let's switch our focus to fashion, shall we? Not runway models, but a bit of that smoky gray swagger. And that's not just any gray. It's the Artful Dodger Smokey Grey. Check this out. Before I tell you, I want to thank you for all your views and supporting this channel, the super thanks and the super chats. It was great fun over the weekend. Having you guys, I don't know, there were like a couple dozen of us through the game, watching the game and commenting. It was fun. We'll do that again if you liked it. I thought it was terrific. Before we get started, slap that like button and that subscribe button like they owed you money. Let's talk about the man behind the legend, Condredge Holloway.
Saturday's unique opportunity, celebrating a 51-year anniversary of Condredge Holloway, first black quarterback in this league. Pretty special opportunity to honor a great legacy, somebody that meant so much through who he is, his character, how he handled himself here, and post-playing career as well, and the legacy that he's left behind. Like all the guys that have statues and are honored outside of our stadium. It's an awesome way to honor their legacy. Smokey Greys will be worn in a pattern that was similar to the uniform that he wore while he was here. Smokies are something that our players and recruits get excited about, and hopefully our fan base does too. So look forward to seeing 102,000 of our closest friends here on Saturday evening for our program. It's been a long time since we've been inside that stadium with our fans, and look forward to that. For a lot of our guys, it's the first opportunity that they're going to have. Drive by Vol Navy, walk in front of 40,000 fans in the Vol, walk before the game, and run out to 102,000. So looking forward to that. This week, a good opponent in Austin Peay, and excited about us going into week 2, just continuing our football journey, continuing to get better here as we go through the season. Opportunity for us as we look back at the tape this morning, ways that all of us can improve in all 3 phases of the game.
Let's talk about the man behind the legend, Condredge Holloway. First black quarterback for an SEC program in the country. And if you think that's impressive, hold on to your britches, because this man's got a whole lot more. He's got more layers on that onion than a barbecue cook-off. Not only was he smooth on the football field, as many of you know, he was slicker than butter on a hot biscuit playing baseball, too. He was drafted by the Montreal Expos at 17, and here I was just trying to get a date to the prom. Alabama law said he was too young to sign that baseball contract. Now, that's like being handed the keys to the Lamborghini and being told that you're too short to drive, right? So what's a talented young man to do in that situation? He goes to University of Tennessee, plays 2 sports, dodges defenders like their last month's rent, and gets nicknamed the Artful Dodger. And these new uniforms this week for the game against Austin Peay, they are a nod to not only that era, but to Condredge Holloway himself. Wow. Let's not forget that the painted Smoky Mountains on the helmet, I don't know if you can see that very well or not in these pictures, but holy crackers, these are very cool uniforms. Nothing says welcome to Tennessee quite like the sight of them mountains on the side of that helmet. Well, that and the plate of barbecue ribs. Back to Holloway. This man threw for over 3,000 yards. He ran for 1,000. And then just for fun, he held a couple of UT baseball records. I think his record in Tennessee in the football team was 25-9-2 as their quarterback. That's pretty good. He went on to the Canadian Football League where he didn't just play, he owned that league. Most outstanding player in 82. College, the Canadian Football Hall of Fame in 99, and even had a number one retired by the Tennessee baseball program. When most of us think about retirement, we're talking lazy chairs and fishing, that sort of thing. Condredge Holloway, he served as Tennessee's assistant athletics director for 21 years. Now that's not a retirement, that's a sequel. And he's being honored this weekend as he has retired from his position at Tennessee in the athletic department. And they, I tell you, well, not only do they have a statue set up outside Neyland Stadium, but now they've created a uniform to commemorate his great contribution to not only Tennessee football team, but to football in general. My most exciting memory way back when, in the early 70s, was when he was hurt and he got taken out at the end, I think the end of the second quarter. Some of you old dogs like me will remember this. He got taken out like at the end of the second quarter. He got hurt and we were losing the game. And probably the end of the third quarter, early fourth quarter, and guess who comes running out of the tunnel out onto the field? That's right, Condredge Holloway, the Artful Dodger. Man, anybody else remember that? If you remember that, comment below. I remember that. It's one of my greatest, most vivid Tennessee football memories. And I remember so clearly, Jim Lampley, you'll remember him, was the commentator. And Condredge Holloway is coming back onto the field, and the Volunteers are going crazy. Man, that was an amazing moment in Tennessee football. Anyway, we're celebrating him this weekend at Austin Peay. Poor Austin Peay. I wouldn't want to be those guys, right? But anyway, you can't get a ticket because they've sold out, obviously. And they got some brand new threads that they're going to be wearing to commemorate the Artful Dodger. And they're calling these the Artful Dodger Smokey Greys. And just remember, we're not just wearing a new uniform. We are wearing a legacy. A story of a man who wasn't just good at dodging, but artful at it. So here's to you, Condredge. Thank you for everything, man. Oh, man, this is exciting. This puts a whole new twist on a game. Whole new Oliver Twist. Did you see what I did there? I'm getting so good at making puns and... Never mind. It puts a whole new twist on this thing, doesn't it? I mean, because we were just going to clobber Austin Peay, bless their hearts. They're just coming to pick up the $1 million or 900,000, whatever it is. But now there's an interest past that game. Right? Now there's a real interest because for people who are old enough like me to remember Condredge playing, this is going to be so nice. And I can't wait. Remember, join me live tonight and every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central I'm starting my live schedule back, which I was intended to start that last year, but didn't have it. But we'll have every Monday night at 7 o'clock. We're going to do our live, and tonight I am going to recap the Virginia game. And let me just tell you, there is good news, really awesome news, actually, and a slither of bad news as well. And I'll share all of that with you. And I'll have a first look at the Austin Peay game. And if that wasn't enough, I'm going to show you where we stack up after the first week of football against all our opponents this season. And that is going to blow your mind. All right? Hey, don't forget to slap that like button for me, girlfriend.